Practical assessment number 3. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Shilpa, and we have come here to do some induction training of our new program which we have started it here. So it's glad to see you all. And how's your day today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm fine.
Yeah.
So it's a very windy day today.
Yeah.
The weather is really, really very good. So are you all excited to know about more about the company and more about the program?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's start it. So we'll start today with our induction session, and then let's start with. There are four of the categories we have put it. That is, one is communication strategies. So how to communicate and how we're going to deal and what strategies we're going to do. Then we're going to have some legal and ethical organization compliance. And then we're going to do some of the diversity in the workplace. And at the end, we're going to talk about some of the work health and safety issues in the organization, in the program, so that we can do it. If you have got any questions of anything, please let me know. If you don't understand anything, please let me know on the way I can explain you.
Yes.
So let's start with our communication strategies. So communication is an essential function of our workplace, and effective and team-based communication is very important. Policies often state that staff have communication responsibilities regarding safety, problem solving, and substance related. Effective communication strategies can help workers act on their responsibilities. So it's very, very important what we can do in the communication, how we can do it, and what authorization we get it to communicate and how much we have to communicate. So in our program of the mental health one, it's very, very important because communication will going to help in this program a lot. So how we have to communicate, that is very, very important. And how much we have to communicate, it is also very important. We don't have to communicate too much, or we don't have to communicate very less. So this is very, very important. And then we come to the communication strategy guidelines. That shows that think about what you want to say, make a strategy of that thing, how much you should have the questionnaire, how you want to say it, and then how much you have to say it. Then authorization, as I said, is very, very important in the communication. That how much authorization you all have got it. One of the person must have got to explain, communicate that one, the second one this, and third one. And then you have got so many 8 related managers under you. So, and this is very important, how much you communicate to how much. Like, if there is a person who is a psychologist who is working, so that person should know that much amount of thing which is important to that person. So in this program, it is not that you have to give a very too much communication you're going to give, so it will be very confusing for that person. And then make your move, get right to the point, and then use good communication skills. Make a clear request. So you have to have a clear request if you are putting any referral or something for the client in this program. It should be very clear and specified. And then roll with resistance, and at the end it should be a positive note so that we can achieve our goal. Is that okay till now? Any questions till now? No. Then we come to the channel of communications. That is very, very important. How you communicate. It can be a possibility of media, that can be local, national, international, print, broadcast, web, social. So these days media is really, really very good. That internet is really, really media. So you communicate by internet, or you communicate by emails, or you can communicate by, it depends on the confidentiality thing also. So another one is lobbying, local, national government funding bodies, special interest groups. It depends on when the external groups are related, how you have to communicate with them. And then can be websites, advertising, brochures, flyers, video. When you are promoting the program and you want to promote the program, how you communicate with the local community or the other community in the society. And then events, conference, launch events, public speeches, tours of it. Like it's very, very important part of communication. So we have to be very clear in this program how we have to communicate. So the best way of communicating till now is the media, is the internet media. Like we can use our internets, we can use our emails so that we can communicate. Emails are the fastest one when we are working in the workplace, rather than calling them on the phone, waiting for their replies. And when you connect with them through the internet, you ask questions or you communicate with them, it's easy and it's a legal way of communicating. And then it is a bit confidential also, so that's very important. Then next thing, we come to the legal and ethical compliance. That's the another part of our program. That's another strategy here, and that explains you about developing an administrating system or procedure to comply with legal and regulatory requirements in this program. Then developing an administrating training program covering legal and regulatory requirements. So first we can say how we have to do the procedures according to the legal requirements. We cannot go against that thing. And then second, how we are covering that program is with the legal regulatory requirements. Everything has to be in a policy and procedure of an organization in a legal way. And then assisting line personnel with day-to-day legal and regulatory issues. Like you have to assist your supervisors or your managers which are on the line day-to-day legal activities or whatever their requirements is for this program. That's really very important. Then comes to developing and administrating monitoring and surveillance system to detect potential breaches of legal and regulatory requirements. If there is any breaches or anything, then we have to go according to the legal requirements. Investigating, rectifying and reporting of the breaches, that's very important. We have to report each and everything. That's very, very important in this.
What would be the process of reporting?
Oh yes, we have got a process of reporting online. That is the incident report system. That is very, very important, and everything is online. It's a one-page one, and then there are few questions in it, and then you can do it.
Yeah. Okay, that's quite easy. That's fine.
Anything else? That's understood.
Okay.
Then we come to the filling various notices and returns to the regulators, and then liaising with regulators in relation to regulatory matters. Right? And then comes that's the third one, that is diversity within the workplace. Yeah. Diversity within the workplace is really, really important part, because in such a big organization there has been a lot of diversity, culture diversity. There are very values. A lot of people have got different values, different beliefs and everything, and we have to come together to run a program with that. So the program objective related to diversity is emphasize on value of diversity, eliminate misconception of the diversity, and improve the management of diversity.
So how's the program going to try how to eliminate the misconceptions of diversity, because there's lots of diversity in there?
Yes, of course. Misconceptions are, like, you have to eliminate the misconceptions of diversity by doing a lot of meetings with your supervisors and managers and everything. So when you do the meetings and when you come together, you can even if there has been any question, if anyone asks you about any problem or any beliefs or anything, you can tell them. You can do one-on-one meetings with them, you can do together meetings with them, so that you'll be more in contact with them, and then you can understand and they can also understand that there can be no misconception in between.
Good.
Then comes the understanding of that diversity is more than just tolerating differences. So it is respecting, appreciating and understanding the varying characteristics of individuals. So by this means that you have to be in contact regular to them, so that the characteristics of individuals, the working colleagues, you can understand them very well. Then comes the last thing, is the work health and safety. Work health and safety is also a very important part of the workplace. If you are safe and if you see your colleagues are safe, you can be in a very less errors of doing any mistakes. So we have to be very careful of that. So if we come to that, it is important that you recognize what you are required to do for your own health and safety, and that of your colleagues also, and even of your clients also. It is very, very important. If you are safe, then you can save someone. So it's very, very safe. important. Your responsibilities in this is that engaging in consultation about health and safety, following work health and safety policies and procedures and directives in your workplace, and no putting yourself or others in the risk throughout the action, throughout this program which we're going to conduct, managing hazards and you identify appropriately. And then there's also very important, then you do a lot of trainings with your colleagues about the work health and safety. So when it comes to the training, and you keep on telling them regularly in your staff meetings or in your meetings about that, then you'll keep on reminding about the work health and safety every time, and they'll not going to forget. So they're going to go in a policy and procedure of work health and safety in the organization. And then it is important that all staff attend workplace health and safety training to ensure that workers and employees are meeting legislative requirements, departmental requirements, and to work towards achieving zero harm at work. So it's really, really very important. So these 4 categories in our program is really very important. We have to cover all that, and we have to do a lot of meetings with them, we have to do a lot of trainings with them, so that we can achieve our goal. That's very important. So, and is there any queries questions from you? So is everything is clear with this?
Yeah, good.
That's wonderful. We are conducting with a new program, as you know it, about the mental health and support of young people between 16 to 24 years, and lot of this program will really going to help a lot of young adults to mainstream their awareness of what's exactly the mental health is, so that we can work it. And this is really amazing program which we're going to conduct. So before doing anything, I really want that you have got all your supervisors, managers, psychologists, GP, everyone has to come together. And by this induction, I think so you have got a clear picture about the organization, so that you can give more information to them. And if that will be really great. If you have any other questions and anything that you want to send, you can send me an email. You can ask me any questions. I'm very happy to meet you again, and we can, if there is any problem or anything, I'm always there.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Anything else?
No.
Thank you so
Wonderful.
much.
Thank you so much. See you next time.
Thank you.
See you. Bye bye.